What's going on, everybody? You're watching Boston Talks. It's your boy, Breon Merchant from B1 Photography and L Boston Collected. And I am here with a man who needs no introduction. It's the one, the only, Archy LaSalle. How you doing today, my man?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm real good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you are here. You guys don't even know. We've had a sparkling conversation before the cameras even got on, so I'm so excited about this interview. This is going to be great. So let's just start from the beginning. Archie, why don't you go ahead and tell the people who you are and where you come from?
Well, I'm Dr. LaSalle by many.
Excuse me, Dr. LaSalle. My apologies.
Now, I have to back that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My father used to call me a street doctor.
Street doctor?
So there you go. So, but no, I grew up in the South and the Gulf, and I came to Boston in 1966, straight out of high school, and couldn't wait to leave Mobile, Alabama.
Well, what made you come to Boston in 1966? See, this is the time where people of my age, I'm a little bit younger, I'm 46, I was born in 79. Yeah. My understanding of those times that people really didn't want to, people of color weren't really coming to Boston in 66. So what made you come to Boston in 66?
Oh, man, to get as far away from the people that I knew, number one, and I really wanted to be in Paris, to tell you the truth.
Right.
My money was short, so I came to Boston.
That's halfway. You got halfway there.
The South End, and I spent all of those years, pretty much 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s in the South End, and doing a lot of photography and things of that nature. But I've worked many different jobs and so on.
I gotta pause you on that one because you're gonna have to flush that out for me. You just said you lived in the South End for 40 years?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell us about how that, like, I can only imagine what you've seen in the 40 years of the South End.
Let me stop you there.
Okay, go ahead. See, we good. We going.
I was at a restaurant at the corner of, I guess that was Washington Street, and it used to be East Berkeley, but what is it now? Where Harry Greeks used to be there.
We were just having this conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
Harry Greek was there. The Empire Deli was obviously there, and the pawn shop was there. But I was there. It was a fusion restaurant just the other day, last Wednesday to be exact. And when I came to Boston in '66, that was Liggett's drugstore. It was a drugstore. They had wooden floors there. It was Dover Station was there. The L. That's where the Orange Line came from, Chinatown.
Right.
Dover Station was the first stop above ground.
Right, because that's back when, for the people out there who don't know, the Orange Line used to be an elevator train that went from Chinatown all the way up to Eggleton Square and then cut down to Dudley Square, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
And it was an elevator train because I was very young when they took that down, but I remember it was the very same feeling I had when I saw that. It was the first time I went to the Garden after they took down the Green Line. First thought was, oh my God, I can see the sky.
You're right. Well, after it left Dudley, it went to Eggleston, then it went to Green Street Station, and then it went to Forest Hill. The end of the line was Forest Hill. Yeah, that was it. And so that was the main line. So I documented that photographically from 1978 up until, I would say, 86. That's when I went to France and South France. I have more photographs of the Orange Line, both the old line and the new one being built, and all of the neighborhoods in between.
We got to get your stuff on. We need to do.
There was a program called Say Brother.
Yeah.
They did a little half an hour
Right.
program. I could send you the old copies. Back in the day, I had dreads. Now I shaved my head.
I feel like we need a new copy, especially with everything going on now. I think we need a new. We should. That might be Jay. We might need to do a new version of that. Take that work and just tell that story. That would be awesome. If you were willing to do something like that, I think that's a story that the younger generation should know, that they don't even.
Oh my God! I could build the subway. I saw them breaking the ground, the foundation for Mass Ave Station, for Ruggles Station, for Roxbury Crossing Station, all of those stations that goes all the way back to Forest Hills. So I did a lot of that work, and I did a lot of that work when I was living in Indiana. I have a picture of my daughter. My daughter is 54 years old, and she's sitting on a hill at where Ruggles Station is, and she's just sitting there, and all you see, not a hill, it was a mound of dirt, and you see the John Hancock in the background, and she's sitting there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Black and white. I did it all in black and white. Beautiful. Shot it myself. Developed it myself. And printed it myself.
Oh, dude, I just kicked my own mic off.
That's what I do.
Man, listen. I can't even begin because everything that you just said is beautiful. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
But no, our paths is running parallel. I mean, you were at Rindge. I was at Rindge.
Right.
You went to Mascot. I went to Mascot. Here we are in the South End again.
Here we are in the South End again. Listen.
I love the South End.
We're going to go to break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to flush out the whole Cambridge thing real soon, okay? This is Breon for B1 Photography and L Boston Collective. We're Archy LaSalle. We'll be right back. And we're back with Boston Talks and the I take that back, Dr. Archy LaSalle, Doctor.
Oh, the good doctor.
The good doctor's in the building.
Yes.
Now, we had some sparkling conversations in the break. We're going to put out just like a break section of these videos because we have great conversations in the break. But you wanted to expand on something, so I wanted to give you that opportunity.
On Dover Station, which is obviously the original Dover Station is gone, but I was there at this fusion restaurant the other night, last Wednesday, and I was thrilled to see how the bus system, the Silver Line, at that stop, how when before the bus comes, it lights up in the evening.
Does it really?
Beautiful. So when people are exiting or entering the bus, they don't have to do it in the dark.
Right.
And with the little kids or the bags, the seniors, the elders, any and everybody, it lights up. And I just thought that was absolutely beautiful. And then when the bus leaves, it just sort of quietly goes down again. It's never pitch black, which is really nice. I think that was one of the things that really impressed me. Now, the other side is like, Why couldn't they do something like that when the black and brown folks was primarily in the neighborhood?
Right.
But now there's an artist by the name of her last name goes by the stage name of Faith, and excellent poet. I mean, she brings it.
Yeah.
And she has a poem about the movie, but it's the last line that really says it all. And it says, gentrification is nothing but a color correction.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
Wow.
Oh my God. That before I heard that, I heard someone say something like urban renewal was gentrification, because it was no urban renewal for the black and brown folks. But urban renewal was a metaphor for gentrification. But then I hear Lyrical Faith said it and said it best. And it was just like, bam, right there.
Right in the face.
It's like,
oh.
Yes. And,
that's one of those where you get a couple of O's, and not the fun O's, I didn't think of that O.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to send you guys that poem for sure.
Oh, please do.
So yeah, let's move on and give the people what they want.
Let's give the people what they want. All right. So, and I thank you for finishing that part of the story. But I think this is the part in the interview where we start to talk about Cambridge a little bit. Okay. Because for the people who don't know, my name is Brer Merchant. I was born and raised in Cambridge. I'm fourth generation Canterbridgean. My grandfather's father was born in Cambridge. So yeah, that's 4. His father, him, my mother, me. Yeah, and then my son was also born in Cambridge. He's 5th generation. So yes. So we are old school Canterbridgeans. My grandmother, Althea Merchant, way back in the days, around the time when you came to Boston, she was running the Margaret Fuller House in Cambridge. My grandmother famously, one of the family's favorite stories was my grandmother ran for mayor of Cambridge once. Except she never ran. She never ran.
She didn't have to.
No, they just wrote her name in. They're like, nah, Althea should be the mayor. Nah, just she got some votes. So just the dynamics of Cambridge, growing up in Cambridge, and you as an educator, what was that like? Especially like from when you got there, what you saw, how it changed. What is your opinion?
Oh my!
Or your thoughts?
I've told this story several times, many times. But I was living in the south of France at the time. I got a phone call from a very good friend of mine who was head of the art department. Right. And Anne said, "Archie, will you come? Cambridge, we have a photo position open." I says, "Annie, I've been there 3 times already trying to get a job. I graduated top in my class in math art." I says, "I'm an art bum. I'm living in the south of France selling work to James Baldwin, Harry Goodman, lots of collectors and all." I says, "No." And then she says, "Oh, your son Eric, he's such a handsome boy, and I work with him so hard." And I says, "Annie, I'll come and I'll give you 1 semester. That's it." So I came and I gave them that 1 semester. But while I was there, the superintendent, the deputy superintendent, came running down the hall, saying, "Oh my God, you're black, it's true." And I said, yes, I am.
Yes, I am. It's true.
So a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, you know, you're the first.
Really?
And I said, she was an art historian.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you're the first non-white art teacher, not just photo teacher. You're the first non-white art teacher this high school has ever had.
Wow.
And so the school was founded. It's the second oldest high school in the country.
Yes.
It was founded in 1648.
Wow.
Before they so-called made this America.
Right.
The oldest high school in the country is Boston. It was founded in 1647,
Right.
1 year before.
And
at the time.
The only reason I know that is because I work at Harvard, and I know that Harvard was created for Boston Latin students after they finished to have somewhere for them to go. Continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I was like, but there's so few black and brown faces in the art department. I says black kids dance, brown kids dance, white kids dance. We all dance.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, why is that? And so I went to the guidance counselors. I went to the dean of the different learning communities. I went to Ed Saracen. I said, you got to get more black and brown kids in these classes.
Right.
In these classes. And I said, it's important that they see someone like myself who is accomplished, who have worked in museums, who's traveled the world. Right. And it's important for white students to see this as well. But it's definitely important for black and brown kids to see that. And so, slowly but surely, actually faster than slowly but surely, more black and brown kids got taking the classes, you know. And so that was really important to me. And that one semester turned into 30 years, 27 years to be exact, close to 30 years. That, I mean, once I saw that, and it was important to stand up. I always say, you stand up, you speak up, and you never, ever shut up.
There you go.
It's important.
There you go.
And I wish more people would do that. And one of the things that a lot of my peers and all, they don't speak up as much. And I guess their careers come before doing the right thing in society.
Right.
I have a problem with that. I really do. And there are certain people that I think that really just step up to the plate. And a lot of these art institutions, primarily white institutions, museums and galleries, they would go to a place like AMAR, and no offense to AMAR and the artists that are there, many of whom are my peers and colleagues, and they think that that group speaks for the entire city of Boston.
Right.
And there's a problem. There's lots of black and brown artists that are not affiliated with AMAR. I, for one, am not. The work that I do doesn't fit their criteria.
Right.
And there's no problem with their criteria, but I think that they should speak forcefully to bring about a change. And I don't see that happening.
Right.
And I wish it would happen.
Right.
Because it's the right thing to do. I mean, and all artists, black and brown artists, don't necessarily do work that pertains to their culture. I, for one, don't. I know how to.
Right.
But I'm interested in doing other things. And I think that's important.
You're an artist, and in being an artist, you're going to create art. Right.
Exactly.
We all wanted to pertain to our culture and the people that we grew up around, and we wanted to like we want them. But at the end of the day, the artist in you is not going to allow you to just be one thing. Right? Your art is going to be expressed. Period. Whether or not it's to the culture, for the, like, I'm an artist, I'm going to express myself. Hopefully, it's for the culture. And if it's not, at least I hope that it gives the culture, what's the word I'm looking for? The confidence to find and be whoever they are, or whatever it needs to be.
Every artist should be able to express themselves. And I think a lot of the white directors of these museums and institutions, they are guilty of just going to black people and thinking that they should just do their culture when it comes to their creativity. The white artists don't do that necessarily. I mean, some do, some don't. But we don't need shackles, whether they're from the real shackles, the mental shackles, or what have you. You know, creativity is one of the freest things that you have. It's like the oxygen that you breathe. You know, and as far as like the times when they do come, a lot of these white institutions, it's around February. And where are all the black people at? We do not show work during January, February, or March. There's 9 other months, and we're open to doing exhibitions and things during those other months, because there's nothing wrong with people wanting to celebrate Black History Month. But I think that white people have hijacked it and made it like their vaudeville or minstrel show, or it's the time to bring the Negroes out and let them do their little dance. I'm not dancing for those folks. It's like I create art, I think of art each and every day. It is one of the most important things to me in my life, and it's sort of it's a spiritual thing, and some people they're steeped in their religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm a very spiritual person. And in my family, we are atheists. We are Muslims. We are Jews. We are Gentiles, as they say, and all of those different religions. And for me, religion is not the way. I'm a spiritual person and always have been, ever since I can remember.
That is a perfect stopping point. We are going to kick it to break right now. We'll be back with the impeccable Archy LaSalle. We'll be back. And we're back. Boston Talks, Braille Merchant, B1 Photography, L Boston Collective. And I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Archy LaSalle. I cut you off at the end of our last segment. I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to finish that statement. I apologize about that, but we got to give people time to do what they got to do.
Right. Well, I was primarily talking about the Benin Gallery and the MFA. I mean, that has been bothering me since 2012.
Okay.
I mean, you can have our people.
Mm.
My DNA says I'm part Benin, along with a host of lots of other things. But I'm a human being before I'm anything.
Right.
I'm an individual.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to that, the Benin work, I used to say a prayer every time I walked through that gallery. I would pray that, and being a spiritual person, I wasn't praying in a way that most religious people would consider praying. I was asking for the strength to break the glass and free them. And I said that once to one of the curators that was there, and we had lunch, Michael Brimwell. I said, I really want to free all of these statues the same way that they captured them and took them back in, I guess, 1898, when they went to the Benin culture and took the work. And he said, oh, well, then you will be going to jail. I said, they are criminals. The people that everybody, and I said, you included, Michael, everybody that worked for this institution, whether knowingly or not, you're all criminals. Because the law says if you're in possession of stolen merchandise, 9/10, if that is in your possession, you should be arrested, and that makes you a criminal, right? And so I said that to them, and it's like, oh, we can write laws, we can do this, we can do that. And then they finally closed it. Oh my God, they closed the gallery. And now, I guess, the so-called original owner wants it back. And it's in question. Some people used to say, well, since we have it, we should keep it and let everybody come and look at the work here. And I'm saying, no. What about if I go to your house on the Hamptons and take your Picassos and put them in my basement and have everybody come and see the work here? And so, I'm glad that finally, if you look on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, I have been on this for a long time about the Benin Gallery, stolen artwork that was in. And so I don't mind speaking up about it. I wish more black and brown people would speak up about it, especially the black people that's out there in the audience. Please have them voice their opinions. As I say, stand up, speak up, and never, ever shut up. And now that I'm on the board of several museums, the Rose Museum, the PBD Essex Museum, I'm also a member of the Fitchburg Art Museum. So I have a seat at the table, and I can make certain recommendations and things. And it took me something like 42 years to get a seat at the table.
Right.
And I'm still standing, still making art, my art. And I said to one of the directors, I says, I want to know what white people talk about when they're in these meetings, when all of the directors get together.
Right.
What do you talk about? And so I said, every time I'm in a situation where I'm confronting white people, and when I bring this up, it's like silent.
Yep.
And I says, why do white people go silent when we bring up certain things that pertain to black people, or they don't feel as though they want to speak about it at the moment? And I said, I know you talk about this amongst yourselves, about what do you do?
Right.
And one of the people says, well, we know it's wrong. I mean, all of these institutions that have stolen artwork that belongs to other cultures, they should give it up. The British Museum, the biggest offender of them all.
Yeah.
And so those are the things that where all the black people at. That's what we're really engaged in doing. And I find that some people call it activism. I don't consider myself an activist. I consider myself an artist who has some concerns, and I speak up about it. And so I'm spending, in many cases, more time doing that work than doing my artwork.
Right.
So I have to make it good.
Right.
And so when you go on social media and see it, you will see that it's pretty good. Funny, it's direct, and so forth.
Right. There you go.
So that's what I have to say about that.
Right. I think it's interesting. I love everything that you just said. I think there's a few points that I think could be made, and I think the first point to the why aren't more black people speaking up about it, I would ask the question, how many black people know about it? That might be a question in itself. And I'm glad that you said a couple of things, because it's something that I've been thinking about recently. And that is, it feels like what's going on well, there's a lot of things going on right now, but I feel like one of the things that's really going on right now is black and brown people, our culture is being repackaged and sold back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just pirating the sold back version rather than just continuing to be the creators that we are. And by trying to recreate the recreated package that is being sold to us, we are no longer being true to ourselves and creating the beautifulness that needs to be created. Leave it all alone. You are enough. Your creativity inside you is enough. Just let it out and it will make you successful. Stop trying to fit yourself into this idea of who the marketers, because that's really what it comes down to in my personal opinion, right? Right, the people who have the money, who can't create anything, have to sell you. So they need you to create it so they can sell it. That's not, their job is not to create. That's not what they do. Right? So but they need you to believe that what you create is not that important. Right? So this weird tug and pull where that's not that cool.
Well, a lot of black and brown people, they look for acceptance. And it's like just your being, just the mere fact that you're standing where you are today, when you look at what black people had to go through when they was ripped from another continent and brought here, and the generations that have been here, and you can't open your fucking mouth, shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. And I'll leave that right there because it's important, and we're all raising young ones.
Right.
Young kids need to know. They need to see you standing up. Every student of mine and everybody that's been in my presence know damn well that I will always stand up. Always. It's important.
I agree with you. And I think something that you just said, I think, is also very important. The young ones, we're raising young ones. One of the things that I'm kind of in this weird place and I'm starting to kind of realize is when I was coming up, black people told our own history. Right? It was a very much an oral history. It was, you didn't learn it in school, you learned it in church. You learned it when you were around some of your elders and barbershop, right? Right? And then you would hear these things to be like, especially for someone who's I'm 46, I'm a little younger, right? I might have not saw as many things. I wasn't necessarily, and one of the sayings that I used to get all the time as a young man is like, oh yeah, you like that. That's because you wasn't around for them damn dogs. Right? But with all of that being said, now as I'm starting to see what's going on now with them trying to rewrite black history again, that I'm like, oh, okay, this is why we did it back then. This is not the first time that this has happened, and black people have been always what we've always done well is had our own oral history that we pass down orally from generation to generation. It's time to do it again.
Right. And I think that however hard it is, speaking the truth, not just your truth, but speaking the truth. I mean, don't make it personal.
Yeah.
Because it's like the universe is here. There are things that are out there, and we know this. And speaking the truth will always set you free. Woo! Always, always.
And you know, that is a great place to end. Archy LaSalle, I appreciate you so much, brother. This has been a great conversation. I look forward to doing this again. We got to do this one more time, my man. We got to do this one more time. Before we get out of here, let the people know where they can find you at.
Wow. You can find me. I live in Pigasset. Pigasset is the indigenous name of Watertown, Massachusetts.
Ooh.
So I always go by the indigenous name. You can see my work there in the Watertown Free Public Library. Mm-hmm. It's a 4 foot by 9 feet piece of women farmers out in Lancaster, Massachusetts, for the World Farmers Association. That piece is there. But you can see me on Facebook, you can see me on Instagram, you can see me on LinkedIn. And so thank you for watching. I really enjoyed being here and hope
That was beautiful. I would love to thank everybody for watching. This has been Breon Merger from B1 Photography and L Boston Collective with the great Dr. Archy LaSalle with a Y.
Archy with a Y.
Archy with a Y. All right. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.